Understanding World War I, Causes and Consequences Explained. The First World War, often described as the Great War, was a global conflict that reshaped borders, politics, and societies. It marked the end of old world orders and the beginning of a new era. As the early 20th century dawned, tensions simmered across continents. Nationalism, imperialism, and a complex web of alliances turned the world into a powder keg, awaiting a spark. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Sarajevo was that spark. This singular event catapulted the major powers into a war that would engulf the world for over 4 years. The conflict quickly polarized into two opposing blocs, the Allies, including France, Britain, and Russia, and the Central Powers, led by Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire. This division would define the war. On the Western Front, trench warfare became the grim reality. Soldiers faced unimaginable horrors in the muddy, disease-ridden trenches, marking a stark departure from traditional combat and highlighting the war's brutality. The advent of new weaponry fundamentally altered combat during the First World War. Machine guns, poison gas, and tanks made their debut, drastically increasing the lethality of the battlefield and changing military tactics forever. On the Eastern Front, warfare differed markedly from the trench-locked Western Front. Vast territories and less fortified positions allowed for more fluid movements, yet the harsh environment and logistical challenges remained daunting. The war's reach extended globally, affecting regions beyond Europe. Colonies were drawn into the conflict, supplying troops and resources. This widened the war's impact, making it a truly world-spanning ordeal. Civilians contributed to the war effort through various means, from manufacturing munitions to growing food. Women entered the workforce in unprecedented numbers, taking on roles traditionally held by men, reshaping societal norms. Propaganda became a powerful tool for shaping public opinion and maintaining morale. Governments used posters, films, and literature to rally support, demonize the enemy, and encourage enlistment, forever changing the role of media in wartime. The involvement of colonies in the First World War underscored the global reach of the conflict. Colonial troops were mobilized on a massive scale, fighting in theaters far from their homelands, and playing pivotal roles in various battles. This not only highlighted the imperial powers' dependence on their colonies, but also sowed the seeds of future movements for independence. Major battles like the Marne and the Somme became infamous for their scale and the staggering loss of life. These confrontations were turning points, demonstrating the devastating power of modern warfare and significantly shifting the momentum between the opposing forces. The sheer intensity and the technological advancements showcased in these battles underscored the brutal reality of the war. The United States' entry into the war in 1917 provided the beleaguered Allies with a fresh influx of troops and resources, altering the course of the conflict. This pivotal moment came after sustained submarine warfare by Germany against neutral shipping, which ultimately compelled the U.S. to abandon its stance of neutrality, marking a significant turn in the war's dynamics. The Russian Revolution in 1917 added a layer of complexity to the war, as it led to Russia's withdrawal from the conflict. This seismic political upheaval was fueled by war weariness and social strife, culminating in the Bolsheviks seizing power. The revolution not only changed the course of Russian history but also had a profound impact on the global balance of power. The path to peace began with the Armistice of 1918, which saw the cessation of hostilities on the Western Front, bringing relief to a war-torn world. This marked the beginning of the end of the First World War, setting the stage for peace negotiations that would attempt to reshape the political landscape of Europe and the world, laying the groundwork for the future. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, sought to punish Germany for its role in World War I. It imposed heavy reparations, redrew national borders, and significantly weakened Germany's military power. The aftermath of the war saw staggering human costs with millions of casualties and refugees. Additionally, the Spanish flu pandemic exacerbated the suffering, claiming more lives than the war itself. Economically, the war drained national treasuries, leading to widespread financial instability. Countries faced enormous debts and the challenge of rebuilding, setting the stage for future economic turmoil. Society underwent profound changes post-war. Women, having taken on roles in the workforce and military, pushed for more rights. Social hierarchies were questioned, paving the way for future reforms. The legacy of the First World War continues to shape our world. It serves as a stark reminder of the horrors of conflict and the importance of diplomacy in preventing global wars.